Voice mod gives you over 100.
All right. You nervous? Hey, I'm out here with Miss Cassandra.
Officers have just arrived at the getaway motel of 28-year-old Cassandra Douglas. For the last 24 hours, she and her brother have been on the run after 3 of their family members were found dead and burned in the desert.
99% this is either an animal or a person.
That looks like a human, dude.
And as these local officers prepare to confront the primary suspect of the most important case they've ever worked on, nothing could prepare them for the horrifying discoveries they're about to make.
Roger, police! Anyone inside, make yourself known!
This is a horrible nightmare.
What are we looking at here?
I don't know, you told me.
This is one of the worst things that I've ever had to be involved with.
It's a routine Friday afternoon at the Otero County Sheriff's Office when dispatch begins receiving a series of unusual 911 calls from a young man.
Communications.
Hi, good morning. I'm hoping to file a police report and...
We've already seen this one.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here.
We can't watch one we've already seen.
This officer is, unknowingly, reacting to the decomposition odor coming from Craig Thetford's hidden body. Police have been searching for him for months with no success, and even now, with the foul odor in the air, they still have no idea he's buried only feet away.
Is that dirt or is that blood?
This is the only way I've been able to have any communication with you. And I don't even know if it's him.
I wouldn't even know where to start looking.
There's some weird going on.
Whoever killed Craig covered their tracks meticulously, using chemicals to mask the odor, disabling security cameras, and hiding in plain sight. And while detectives spend months trying to figure out where Craig went, the suspected killer quietly continues spending Craig's money, allegedly buying houses, cars, and crafting a plan to ensure they are never found.
Holy smokes.
Well, I want to say something else, but I don't want to implicate her.
You need to say it.
It's the wife.
You might start looking.
Is it the wife? It's the wife. It's got to be the wife.
Police department! Sheriff's office, yourself!
It's a late May evening in Cloudcroft, New Mexico. Tucked among wooded acreage and mountain terrain sits a 2,000 square foot property owned by 60-year-old Craig Thetford. He lives inside this large 3-story house with his wife Dina. The Thetfords enjoy a comfortable lifestyle thanks to Craig's roofing business. They own multiple residential properties and frequently take luxury vacations. But a few months ago, something dark took place inside the Thetford household, and it went unnoticed for weeks, until May 2025, when the Otero County Sheriff's Office receives a disturbing call.
Communications on a recorded line. How can I help you?
Who would I talk to have a wellness check done on an individual?
That would be me. What's going on?
His name is Craig Thetford. Everybody here in Texas has been trying to get a hold of Craig for nearly 2 months.
Okay.
We can't get a hold of his wife. We're really concerned about him because this is not like him. He always answers his phone or calls back. Even his family here hasn't been able to get a hold of him. Nobody can get a hold of him.
On the line is Larry Scott, requesting a welfare check on his friend. But something about this call is different. As Larry explains, nobody has seen Craig or his wife for months. A detail that's highly unusual since most missing person reports come within days. Following this, officers are dispatched to the address to conduct a welfare check on the Thetford couple. Once they pull up to the long driveway and step out into the mountain air, they can sense something is off about this place.
I think it was the wife. My guess is going to be on the wife.
EVE Online is a vast...
Sheriff's office.
Can you see anything through the windows?
Yeah, I got a pretty good look through the windows. Doesn't look like there's anyone in there.
As officers walk around the residence, they notice the sheer size of the property, with multiple carports and outbuildings. Lights are on throughout the home itself, but strangely, no one answers the door. Looking through the windows, one officer notices several boxes stacked, suggesting that the couple might be in the process of moving or had already left. As another officer circles towards the carport, he hesitates. There's something odd about the air around him.
We got a pretty decent security camera on the back.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here. What's that smell?
Coming from the carport, a faint, strange odor drifts through the space. But up in the mountains,
It's a
with
dead body.
wildlife
It's a
and
dead body.
wooded terrain, unusual smells aren't uncommon. So the officer brushes it off and moves on. With the home appearing vacant and no immediate signs of foul play, cops call it off and leave with the impression that the Thetford couple likely moved out and simply forgot to inform their friend Larry. Unknowingly, officers are walking away from the first signs that something far more sinister is at play. The next day, things begin to shift into something more serious as police receive a second call about Craig. However, this one carries more concerning details than the last.
Telecommunications on a recorded line. How can I help you?
Okay, this is gonna seem really, really strange. About 4 months ago, my grandpa had went off the face of the world, and he's a volunteer firefighter up there. He loved to do it. He talked to me about it all the time. And so I'd like to place a wellness check, but the only person that said she's talked to him in 4 months is his wife, and apparently now they're getting a divorce. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't believe it. It's not my grandpa. It's just really strange.
It's the wife. The wife did it.
And what's your name?
My name is Cody Gibson, and I'm his grandson. His wife is supposedly in Texas getting a divorce.
With yet another welfare check request from Craig's grandson Cody, a clearer timeline begins to form. It now sounds like Craig hasn't been missing for 2 months as previously believed by his friend. Instead, he hasn't been seen for over 4 months, which is even more alarming. Additionally, the reason no formal missing person report was filed starts to make sense, as Cody goes on to explain that his grandfather's wife, Dina Thetford, has been telling everyone that Craig is in Mexico with another woman after filing for divorce. A story that doesn't sit right with Craig's grandson. Following this second call, Otero County Sheriff's deputies are dispatched back to Craig's house. This time, instead of simply knocking and leaving, they widen the scope. If Craig and his wife aren't inside the house, maybe someone nearby has seen or heard something. So deputies begin canvassing the surrounding properties. A decision that will quietly kickstart an investigation into what may become one of the most elaborate and twisted homicide cover-ups they've ever handled.
Deputy Ventura with the Sheriff's Office. By chance, have you seen your neighbors over?
No, sir, I hadn't. I've been really worried about him.
Okay.
Since January. And we were real good friends and everything.
Okay.
And we were both on the James Canyon Fire Department.
Mm-hmm.
And then come January, there was just no contact.
No contact at all. Come January.
I got him. I was on the James Canyon Fire Department there for about 5.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when he moved up here, I talked him into it.
Okay.
And I mean, we were real good friends and everything.
Yeah.
And then Josh over here, we got him on the fire department. Josh and Heidi here would know more information about them because I know.
Do you know what the address is over there?
It's just that A-frame right there.
This one right here?
Yeah, this one right here.
Hi, can I help y'all?
Yes, ma'am. How are you? I'm Deputy Ventura with the Otero County Sheriff's Office. We were looking for Craig Setford.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Craig.
Okay.
We're buying the house from him. He was in Breckenridge taking care of his mom.
Okay.
His wife Dina is my friend. She's in and out from the house down there.
Okay.
But she hasn't really talked to him either, which is weird.
Have you talked to Dina lately?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you asked her anything about like Craig, how he's doing, or anything like that?
From what she's telling me, she's not talking to him either.
She's oh.
Oreo,
so are
welcome
they, like,
in.
Not together right now?
I think they're splitting up.
Gotcha.
What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
Okay.
Sure that's what's happening.
Hi,
And when was
hi.
the last time you saw Dina here in the area?
I'm just reacting to like random videos that I find.
As far as Heidi knows, Craig.
This one is I'm assuming about a wife who killed her husband. I mean, I could be wrong. It might not be the wife. But with how everything's sounding, I think it's the wife. I definitely think that it's the wife that did something here. How you doing, Oreo? Did the emotes drop on my head, by the way? They're supposed to. If it's like 3 emotes, it's supposed to be able to drop on my head. Let me see. Hey, yeah, it does work. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. Let's get right back into the good stuff.
Craig and Dina are in the middle of separating, with Craig supposedly staying at his mother's house in Texas. That explanation doesn't match what Dina told Craig's grandson Cody, who was under the impression that his grandfather went to Mexico after filing for divorce.
See, different stories
further,
to do two different people. I definitely think that it's the wife.
But worryingly, it goes straight to voicemail. With no immediate leads, officers return to the station. Before Deputy Pinter can relay his findings to detectives, his phone starts ringing. Interestingly, the caller is one of the Thetfords.
The wife. It's the wife.
Hi, I missed a phone call.
Yes, ma'am. How are you? This is Deputy Pintor calling.
No. Sea of Thieves? No?
Do you smell that? That's the smell of adventure up ahead. Ancient ruins, deep dungeons,
Avian Online.
monsters lurking in the
Okay, wait, this looks kind of cool.
unimaginable wealth.
That looks kind of cool. We will look into that game.
Terrell County Sheriff's Office. I was calling in reference to your husband, Craig. It seems that he hasn't been in contact with a lot of his family and some of his friends.
Right, yeah. We have been separated, and I recently filed for divorce. He's involved with someone else, and currently he's in Mexico.
And when was the last time you saw him or spoke to him?
She needs to stop telling people that he is in Mexico, because they're gonna look into it. They're gonna find out that you're lying. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Glowing eyes. It doesn't add up.
Cops call it off and leave with the impression that the Thetford couple likely moved out and simply forgot to inform their Craig is in Mexico with another.
Okay.
We accidentally rewinded it when we did that.
As far as Heidi knows.
Packing, yes.
Where was this at? Was this at your residence on Heatherway?
Yes, he has moved out.
And where are you currently staying at?
I'm at my mom's in Texas, Seymour, Texas.
Yeah. Well, I guess let me ask you: are you gonna permanently be staying at Seymour, Texas? No. Okay.
Until I see what happens in the divorce, I'm gonna ask for the property.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he's missing.
On the line is Dina Thetford clarifying that her husband is actually in Mexico with another woman. The same story
she's
she told
telling.
Craig's grandson,
She's telling
but
people
different from what her neighbor
stories.
reported. Naturally, this
It's gotta
drastically
be the
complicates
wife.
the investigation, as locating a missing person in another country is exponentially more difficult. But during the phone call, Dina also goes on to explain that she suspected Craig of cheating on her for nearly a year before confirming the affair a couple of months earlier. Now she's staying with her mother in Texas, but plans to return to New Mexico and fight Craig in court to keep the property for herself. The deputy confirms Dina's current phone number before ending the call. Aside from the inconsistent story about Craig's whereabouts, police have no reason to believe Dina is hiding anything. But that is about to change.
You know, I tried to warn Craig. She did state if I could kill Craig and get away with it, I'd do it.
My mom.
Whoa.
Like, she's tried to kill me before.
In the days that follow,
It's the wife! It has to
officially
be!
entered into the FBI database as a missing person, and the case is assigned to Detective Bobby Curtis with the district's major crimes unit. As Curtis begins digging into the couple's background, one detail immediately stands out. Craig is Dina's fourth husband. She had already been married 3 times before, and
they
those
all are
relationships
missing?
seemingly ended under troubling circumstances. So Curtis decides to call the people who might know Dina best, her ex-husbands. And what she's about to hear may not just explain where Craig is, but also what really happened to him.
I got a voicemail from you about an hour ago, I guess.
I was calling to see if you had a minute to talk to me about Dina.
I was married to her 30 years ago. I called her demon possessed one time and about drove her crazy.
I was told there was possibly a time when she had tried to run you over with her car.
I would probably say that's more her drug addicted or alcohol addicted state that she gets that way. And that's the best time to leave her alone is when she's that way. I think that's how we both survived for 10 years.
At least you didn't die. You know?
Hi, it's Detective Curtis. First, let's go ahead and start with why did you guys end up getting a divorce?
Because she's crazy. She is what they classify as a binge drinking alcoholic. Whiskey turns her evil. Yeah, she assaulted me multiple times. Broke 2 pair of glasses, balled up her fist and hit me. Twice she tried to kill me. You know, I was always afraid something like this was going to happen because I knew she was capable. And then, you know, when I saw that Craig was missing, I immediately called. You know, I tried to warn Craig multiple times. And she did state in front of me and my wife, if I could kill Craig and get away with it, I'd do it.
That
She definitely
final
did it.
remark from
She
Scott
definitely
is
did it.
disturbing and certainly doesn't bode well for the situation. Following these statements from Dina's ex-husbands, Detective Curtis decides to dig further into Scott's claims. Turns out, Dina worked as a correctional officer for nearly 8 years in the early 2000s. Then, in 2008, according to Scott, Dina was arrested for allegedly trying to stab him while intoxicated, an incident that reportedly landed her in jail overnight. After that, the couple briefly reconciled, but in 2010, Scott also alleged that Dina found his pistol and chased him while pulling the trigger, though the gun was not loaded and he survived.
Love Roblox?
Oh, that's
Earn
crazy.
Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards.
As Curtis continues reviewing the reports, she notices that at various points over the years, Dina's daughter Leslie had lived with her and Craig. So one of Curtis's co-investigators reaches out to Leslie to gain insights into what was happening inside that house. When he finally gets her on the phone, she shares some startling information about her mother.
How are you this morning?
Good as it can be. How are you?
I'm good. So, whenever you were living at the house, Leslie, was there domestic violence going on in the house? Did your mom and dad fight?
Yeah, all the time. My mom is crazy. My mom is so crazy. Like, she's tried to kill me before. She stabbed one of her other husbands. She tried to run my real dad over with a car. She had my sister hogtied and thrown in a car and, like, shipped off one time.
So, was your mom...
Hogtied?
Yep, to everyone, pretty much. I always thought she was, like, possessed, like, demonic. Like, it was so evil that, like, I just couldn't even believe, like, it was real.
Okay. At the time that you were there at the house, did your mom and dad drink or use drugs? Either one of them?
Yeah, she's an alcoholic. She's always been. She also does other drugs. And I think she might have poisoned him or been trying to poison him or something. Or messing with his medication or something.
Needless to say, things are starting to sound grim. There are now 2 separate people alleging that Craig may be dead and that Dina could somehow be involved. With this troubling development in mind, Detective Curtis moves on to review the couple's recent financial activity, and this is where things become very peculiar. In the last 4 months, Dina appears to have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, including a new house and a new car, while also potentially helping fund her son's new business. With all these findings combined and Dina's shifting story, investigators begin to suspect they may be dealing with something far more serious than a missing person case, and the possibility of a concealed homicide now sits squarely on the table. But in the middle of trying to piece together what really happened to Craig, detectives receive a tip that his wife Dina has returned home and is acting as if nothing ever happened.
Okay, now the pure fact that she is acting like nothing happened, she's telling different stories to different people. Like, do people not realize you're gonna get caught? Like you're going to. I don't get what goes through people's minds when they do stuff like this. Like, come on.
Somebody's home.
Following this, Deputy Roger Schoolcraft is sent to check if Dina returned home and can provide any answers. In a few seconds, he will come face to face with the one person investigators now believe may be their prime suspect. But before we get to that, if you're like me, you prings or time is saving space. $1,000 actually part of your purchases goes require your money up to it. Open it the link. Let's get back to Deputy Roger, who's on the verge of hearing a story that may explain why Craig truly vanished.
Hi, good morning. Dina?
Yes.
Hi. Good morning, good morning. Hey, I'm doing some I'm Roger, I'm sorry. Roger Schoolcraft.
Nice.
Dina?
Yes, I think we met at a football game.
Probably did. I'm trying to do some follow-up on Craig. And I thought maybe I could meet with you and maybe you could try to kind of help me, give me some information. And what, can we sit somewhere? Or?
Come over here.
All right. Kind of chilly.
I know.
Okay, well, obviously we got some calls because people haven't been hearing from her or anything, so you being the wife, you might be able to help me.
Right, it's his mom. I talked to his mom.
Oh, really? So you guys aren't?
No, we have been having some issues.
Okay.
I guess you would say we're separated.
Yeah, you're separated because you killed him.
Nothing's legal yet. We just haven't been spending any time together since at least February.
Early February, late February?
Late February, or mid-February.
Since mid-February. Things weren't working out, so you left, he left, how did that?
He left. He told me, well, he first went to Texas because said he needed to go help his mom.
So he left here to go help his mom?
That was what he said, yes. I've never really had any reason not believe what he said.
And that was like the second week of February?
You'll have to bear with me because I don't keep track of time.
Even though Dina doesn't keep track of time, she does seem to keep track of other things, like the details surrounding Craig's disappearance.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
Within just a few minutes of their conversation, Deputy Roger notices that Dina slightly adjusts her explanation about Craig's whereabouts, now claiming that he simply told her what he was doing.
See, she can't keep her story straight. Like, at all. She can't keep her story straight. I don't understand what... like, if you're gonna do something this stupid, at least do the basic thing of, keeping your story straight. Gosh, man, people, I can't.
And she had no reason not to believe him. But as the pair continue rehashing the details, Dina begins to visibly sense that Deputy Roger isn't convinced. She appears to have no idea of the amount of suspicion that's been mounting against her. In reality, Dina is well prepared for this moment because she's about to present what she believes is concrete proof to validate her story and put an end to the growing suspicion around her.
I've never had a reason to doubt it, but now I do. I mean, I think that he has hooked up with some youngsters that are doing these classes, and I think he's reliving his youth, and he's ready for me to get out of the picture.
But where would he be doing that at?
Mexico, I guess. Mexico. But when I would come home, I mean, he's been here. It got to the point where he would just leave me a note, like that one over there. Now there's been several. This is our communication, right?
Going to El Salto with friends. If you are here when I get back, we should talk. Please call your family. Oh dear. How much you want to bet that's not even his handwriting either? It's gonna be hers. Watch.
Here for the last 2 months.
Okay.
And there's been several, but this is now this one is from not like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and you place this is your handwriting and that's his?
Yes, because his family's been calling me. Where is he?
Down there is hers apparently,
You know,
and
and
up
I'm
top
like,
is apparently
I know as much as
his.
you do.
Where's El Salto?
Mexico.
And he has friends in El Salto, or he went?
El Salto is a trophy bass fisher.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm a big bass fisherman too.
Yeah, I think this would make like the 3rd time he's been there.
Even if Deputy Roger tried, he couldn't sound fully convinced that Craig actually wrote this message. But he takes the bait anyway, or at least allows Dina to believe her plan is unfolding exactly as she intended. Conveniently, Dina quickly moves on to the next step in her plan. There's something downstairs that might help clear things up, and she's willing to share it off the record.
Can I say something off the record?
Sure.
Craig keeps all our money in cash. I can't get in the safe, so I can't tell you if he took it or if it's there.
All the money?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you get into the safe?
I don't have the combinations.
Was that an issue between the two of you? They wouldn't let you have access to the safe?
It wasn't an issue with us, but it was an issue with...
Nope. I definitely believe she put that shit in cash, and she's trying to lie to say that she don't know. She apparently doesn't know the combination. I don't think that's true. I think she knows the combination. She's trying to make it seem like she doesn't. Sorry, y'all are gonna see a whole bunch of movement here for a second because I gotta plug my phone into the charger. But the fact that she's like not keeping stories straight, and apparently he keeps all their money in cash, which just, I don't think I know anybody that actually does that. Because that is like, even if it's in a safe, probably one of the dumbest things you could do. Because, you know, there's a chance of, you know, getting robbed, whether that's in a safe or not. Anyway, just a simple fact that she's saying she can't get into it, I feel like isn't true. Because even if you were, you know, getting a divorce, it would take time for him to change the combination on a safe. You know what I mean? So he would have had to change it so fast. People, man. People. I don't know.
This first while.
Well, she was stealing money from him or what? Okay, I understand now. And how much?
1.5 million.
Could you show me where that safe is?
Okay. No. She definitely took that out. She had to have.
That's a substantial amount of money by anyone's standards, and Deputy Roger is beginning to suspect he may already know why Craig suddenly vanished. Even though Dina claims she can't access the safe, Roger will soon discover that this, too, might not be true. But since Dina brought up the money unprompted,
I should be a
Roger
detective.
recognizes an opportunity to dig deeper and decides to take it.
I'm sorry.
You got me?
I've got a bad knee. I'm apologizing.
Well, we could do
No, it's
the
good.
ground weight.
No, I'm just getting old.
I feel you.
Holy smokes. Big house.
Respectfully, you know who's not getting any older? Craig, because she fucking murdered him.
House.
Yeah, it is.
Too big for two people.
It's way too big.
This is the bottom floor here, or?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Huh. Yeah, good Lord. That cost a penny.
Yeah, that was my present, and now I don't know if I get to keep it.
Yeah.
This one and this one.
Oh, there's two of them.
Yeah.
So you don't have the combination for either safe?
No. No, I just...
You didn't keep it written down anywhere, or, you don't know? Okay.
As Roger checks the safe, he has no idea that he is standing in the very spot where Craig's body remained for days, before it was eventually moved and hidden. None of that is apparent in this moment, so the two head back upstairs after taking a quick look. By this point, Roger feels he's heard what he came for and then some. But before leaving, he decides to share a small surprise he's been holding back.
Have you been married before too?
Oh gosh, yes.
Okay. Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, she had
Why do you
3
say
husbands.
Well, because I used to, it seemed to be a regular
Craig
occurrence.
is
Oh, I'm sorry.
her
No,
4th
I
husband.
make it a joke. I make it a joke.
If you guys remember earlier on in the video.
It took me a long time to figure out I'm the common denominator.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How many times were you married?
he is my 4th.
Your 4th, okay.
Yes.
I don't know, just a little history of me. I'm actually a retired police officer. Came back to work about 2 years ago. I got bored sitting at home. But the vast majority of my career, I worked in investigation, CID, homicide unit in Albuquerque. So that's most of my career has been doing that.
Deputy Roger leaves little room for doubt, subtly making it clear that he is, in fact, investigating a possible homicide. Even though Dina tries to appear nonchalant, her face tells a different story. She looks visibly taken aback by the idea that a homicide detective is now sitting in her
that's
living
what
room.
happens.
And the timing of Roger's reveal couldn't have been more deliberate, coming right after Dina seemingly acknowledged that she's the common denominator in her previous failed marriages. With the surprise revealed, Roger wraps up the conversation and heads out, leaving Dina with a clear implication that she may now be a prime suspect in the possible homicide of her husband, a thought that will soon begin to consume her. At the same time, Roger walks away with something else he believes he identified during the hour-long interview, a possible financial motive behind Craig's disappearance, as well as an even stronger suspicion that he may have just been
Financial
speaking with the
motive.
alleged killer herself. Before heading back to the station to relay his findings, Roger's relentless instincts get the best of him. With more than 2 decades of experience and having handled a case with eerily similar circumstances that later turned into a homicide, he can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. So instead of leaving right away, he decides to stick around the neighborhood and speak with people who live nearby. A move that will not only fuel Roger's growing suspicions, but also reveal some new details police hadn't fully heard before.
How are you doing?
Hey, you. Roger School Club, we met.
Yeah, I was at school. You want to go here? We can come over
Will the dog bite me?
No.
Oh,
They're-
okay. Just a good barker. What, do you know anything on the last time you saw him or talked to him?
No, it's been a while, and there's some weird going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't want to. I'm not trying to implicate anybody. From what it sounds like in the past, whenever those two get like, when I say those two, Craig and Dina, they get together, and you mix in a little bit of alcohol, things get a little bit flammable, or can be.
And Craig said, if anything ever happens to me out on one of these calls, Dina has a combination to the safe, and I keep an envelope full of money in it. And this is the only way I've been able to have any communication with him, and I don't even know if it's him.
Wonder who he supposedly went fishing to Mexico with. See, we had a call like this a long time ago. Long story short, turned into a murder. But she was staying in the house 3 weeks after she'd murdered him, and she drug him out in the back porch and covered him up with a tarp. Kind of rings the same deal. Same story, all he went on a fishing trip. Well, he kept not showing up for work, and people were calling.
So he's really nowhere to be seen.
No, ma'am, he's nowhere to be
I think
found
everything
anywhere.
we've been told and heard is. I wasn't sure how.
person, and I want to say something else, but I don't want to implicate her.
You need to say it.
When we first moved here, we were just having conversations, and she was like, and she didn't say she'd kill him, but she was like, if it happened, you know, I'd be okay with it, kind of to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
By now,
People are
the
so
pattern is
dumb.
becoming impossible to ignore, and it seems like everyone familiar with the couple is thinking the same thing. They're just hesitant to say it out loud. Notably, Craig's firefighter friend Thomas also reveals that Craig told him Dina has the combination to the safe, directly contradicting Dina's claims earlier when she claimed she had no way of accessing the money inside the safe. Roger records these statements and eventually heads back to the station to speak with the lead detective Curtis to determine their next steps. Even though investigators are now strongly considering the possibility of homicide, they still lack physical evidence of foul play, or Craig's body, at least for the time being.
Eve to me is
Another
basically
ad.
freedom. It's a giant open universe where
5 days after his initial visit, Deputy Roger returns to the Thetfords' house to follow up with Dina. They still haven't been able to reach Craig, and the situation is looking increasingly grim. But this time, something different awaits Roger. As he arrives and steps out of his car, he notices something unsettling on the ground.
Uh-oh. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
I was about to make some coffee.
I'll take some coffee. What are you putting in the ground?
I'm not putting it in the ground. I was trying to flatten it. I'm going to roll those rocks back in there.
Oh, I saw that metal thing. I thought maybe it was some kind of a holding thing.
It's an above ground gardening.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Roger treats the discovery lightly, even joking about the massive hole Dina dug outside. But he'll soon find out that he's been, unknowingly, walking right over the truth this whole time.
Was he close to? Was he close to any of the females at all?
He's nice to everybody. I mean, everybody adores him.
Yeah.
You know, we were going to church and everybody just loves him, and the neighbors, he would do anything for anybody.
So none of these neighbors had a gripe with him or an issue with him. It's just so unusual for somebody just completely pop off the radar. Just poof, they're gone. Well, it's a mystery. I just keep thinking he's maybe got an enemy that we're not aware of, or somebody that felt like they had something to gain.
I think, you know, if I had just left when he told me to, then none of this would have happened.
With this statement coming directly from Dina, she has effectively pointed the finger at herself. Whether she realizes it or not remains to be seen. With the remainder of the conversation yielding no new leads, Roger wraps up his second visit and heads out, still empty-handed. But as he leaves the property, Roger has no idea that this might be the last time he ever sees Dina alive. In the following weeks, things begin to escalate dramatically as Dina appears to have vanished. Any phone calls from detectives went straight to voicemail, and police were unable to locate her. Investigators also caught wind of rumors alleging Dina was talking about fleeing to Jamaica or taking her own life. However, there's a huge development that's about to happen today. Because sometime in the afternoon, an old co-worker of Dina from her prison job calls lead detective Curtis with an explosive tip.
Hello?
Hi, is this Andrew?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Detective Curtis with the Otero County Sheriff's Office. I had a message that you had called.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what can I help you with, sir?
I recently got in touch with an old friend of mine. She was married to that dude, and apparently she said she shot him. I have a conscience, and I couldn't just not say nothing.
Can you tell me her name?
This is his wife, Dina.
Did she tell you when?
No, ma'am. I don't know none of the particulars.
What everyone has been anticipating this entire time has finally come to fruition. Seemingly straight from Dina herself, according to her old friend Andrew. However, without a body or hard evidence, Detective Curtis can't obtain an arrest warrant or press any charges. But not long after this call, another development takes place. This time, police catch wind that Dina was at her mother's house in Texas and attempted to take her own life. Detective Curtis realizes how quickly and dangerously the situation is escalating. If Dina manages to flee, or worse yet, takes life, they may never find Craig's body, and the case is doomed to go cold. With that possibility looming over the case, Curtis decides to act fast. She obtains a search warrant for Craig's house and begins coordinating with the Major Crimes Unit to execute the search, find Dina, and, more importantly, uncover Craig's body. As coordination is underway, Curtis sends a group of detectives and heads out to Dina's mother's residence. She needs to figure out why Dina is trying to harm herself.
We'll watch this if they get stuck in here. Hi, Mary. I'm Detective Curtis with the Sheriff's Office in New Mexico. Is it okay if I come in? Sure. I understand that these guys updated you on why we're all here. Yes. Okay. We're hoping that maybe we could talk to you a little bit about everything that's going on, if that's all right. Dina tried to take her. Did Dina tell you why she wanted to take her? No. No? Did she have a method she was planning on using? I don't know. She didn't say that? I knew she was real depressed. But I didn't expect any of this.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your mount will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll pick the odd.
Dina to explain why Dina would take such drastic action. Detective Curtis wraps up the interview and gathers possible addresses for Dina's acquaintances, hotels, and hospitals. Hours later, back in New Mexico, the Major Crimes Unit is briefed and the coordination is in full effect. Detective Curtis and Deputy Roger, along with a group of officers, make their way to the Thetford property, hoping to find at least one of the two alive.
Sheriff's Office!
Is there a code spot?
No. Let me check these other doors.
No.
This one's already been forced.
It's already been what? Huh.
After circling around the exterior of the top floor, deputies discover one of the front doors is suspiciously unlocked, suggesting Dina may be somewhere inside. Officers decide to conduct an initial sweep for potential threats. Given Dina's violent past, her prison officer background, and the murder allegations hanging over her, deputies can't be too careful. One of the deputies has a code for the garage door downstairs, and that's where they decide to make their entry.
Through the garage!
That door's familiar.
Sheriff's Office!
Clear.
Is it locked?
There's two doors to the left.
We're gonna open this.
Stairs. Stairs.
What's it? You got stairs?
If you want, so there's another door on this other side. You want to check that door, and I'll go upstairs.
I got another door. I got another door. Oh,
blue. Good?
Yep. Back around.
She got so many doors in this
After
house.
clearing the basement, officers spot Craig's safe that's supposedly holding $1.5 million in savings. A locksmith quickly gets to work on unlocking the safe, while deputies head upstairs to continue sweeping the house, where they'll soon find their first clues of foul play.
clear? I heard you check the bedroom here and the bathroom and the closet.
That suggest a violent event and subsequent cleanup. Multiple bottles of bleach scattered throughout the house, a surveillance system that appears to have been physically disabled, and various areas showing signs of cleaning. But with no sign of Dina or Craig's body in the main house, deputies move outside to check the outbuildings, starting with Craig's man cave.
It's the man cave.
Good job, gentlemen. Police Department! Sheriff's Office of National Cell! Search warrant!
Looks like you have an upstairs.
She's caught and she's gone. She ran. She had to have run.
Got a door.
No doubt in my mind.
Small room coming out.
She had to have ran.
Okay. Light it up.
Clear. Clear.
Which is good.
Is that dirt or is that blood?
As deputies continue their search, they also find a table saw with possible blood traces, as well as suspected splatter in the workshop area. But still, no human body or remains anywhere. In the meantime, back in the basement of the main house, the locksmith is seconds away from opening Craig's safe and confirming something Deputy Roger had suspected all along.
Let me get a photographer over
Where do
here.
you guys want us? Over
Just-
here in the border?
On camera.
We can get out of here for a minute if you'd like. No, you're good.
We're good.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games.
Holy smokes. Kimber is missing.
I don't want to destroy this.
Probably not gonna steal them, man.
Looks like it was pretty good.
4,200?
Okay. She missed it. Yeah.
10,000, 4,200, 70,000.
84,200 right here.
The total amount Deputy Roger counts is far less than the $1.5 million Deanna had told him was inside just a few weeks ago. The missing money further supports investigators' speculations that Craig's been dead for a while, and that his wife has been burning through his money. The area is vast, and if Craig had been buried somewhere beyond the property, finding him could take months or longer. What officers don't yet realize is that Craig's body has been hidden in plain sight the entire time.
10 minutes until
As
they
the
find
search
his body.
continues,
Wow.
a detective back at the police station gets a call from someone all too familiar with Dina. She revealed startling allegations. Leslie has critical information to share. She's the one who finally decided to talk.
Randy, it's Lizzie, and I have Leslie on the line.
Leslie-
So I told her that I had kind of filled you in, but I was going to let you ask her any questions you might have.
Okay. Hi, Leslie. How are you this morning?
Oh, you know.
Hanging in there?
Yeah.
Well, good. So, Leslie, can you tell me what your mom told you?
It was just like everyone was being so weird, and I knew something was going on, but nobody would tell me anything. Well, long story short, she said she was gonna, and then she came to see me one last time, and she wanted to see my son, her grandson, one last time, and then she told me what happened.
What did she tell you happened?
That Craig pushed her down the stairs, and she shot him, and he fell into the pool room. She left him laying there on the floor for like a day, 2 days and a half, and then she wrapped him up, I don't know, rug, plastic wrap and stuff, and then they tied that up with a tractor, and they moved him with the tractor to the carport.
Did you?
There's 2 carports over there, and I kind of have the feeling that he's probably in the one by the bunkhouse where he used to park. They might have dug like a little hole or something. Well, I was the last one to find out. My other siblings had already known for a long time. She said she wanted to like unburden herself. All my siblings came to her house to see her. So I went to her house. And then after I got back from there, like everyone cut contact off with me, and I haven't talked to them since then.
And just like that, Leslie seemingly cracks the case, giving investigators the breakthrough they've been looking for. The deputies, based on Leslie's tips, packed eggs and other items stacked to hide something underneath. As they clear the pile, black plastic sheets become visible, and inside, they discover a human body concealed beneath materials to hide the foul odor. After transporting the body for an autopsy, doctors estimate it has been deceased for weeks to months, consistent with a January killing. 3 or 4 gunshot wounds are found on the left side, including one through the heart, classifying the death as homicide. After using fingerprints, the body is positively identified as Craig Thetford. With this tragic discovery, an arrest warrant is officially issued for Dina, and multiple units in both New Mexico and Texas are informed to be on the lookout for her. A few hours into the search, officers in Texas receive information from Dina's mother, Mary. She tells them that Dina is at Red River Hospital. Officers quickly arrive at the hospital where they find Dina alive and unharmed. She's taken into custody. Quickly and dangerously, the situation is escalating. If Dina manages to
Hidden in plain sight.
is at Red River Hospital. Officers quickly arrive at the hospital where they find Dina alive and unharmed. She's taken into custody without incident. As she's transported to the station for questioning, Dina remains calm and cordial, almost as if she's been expecting this moment for months. Detective Curtis now has a body and what she believes enough evidence to pursue